Welcome to the Kendi and Raybo podcast, episode 14, recorded in Kendi's box room.
We try our best at our radio voices.
You do your own first.
Okay, give me a second. Let me see.
Okay. So you're doing the intro. It's like the intro to the show, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Kendi and Raybo podcast, episode 14, here live from Kendi's box room in Caltra in Sligo.
That's good, yeah.
Is that a good radio voice?
Okay, let me try my one.
Go on.
What am I saying now? Welcome to...
How we
Okay,
keep
okay.
it?
I'm getting nervous now.
Come on with it. Man, if we ever make it to Ocean FM, you won't last.
I know, yeah. Imagine that when the light goes on, first day on the job, in the radio station. Right, you've 47... podcasts under your belt now. Here we are in Ocean FM. Let's go. You've got your own radio show. You've got everything you wanted to. Away you go. Ray. Good afternoon and welcome to...
You can't have dead air like that. You can't have that dead air, Ray. You got to be straight in if they call you on it.
All right, okay.
You got to produce it there roaring at you.
Good afternoon and welcome along here to the Kendi and Raybo podcast, recorded live here in the Kendi box room. Today we'll be talking about a myriad of subjects and we're going to start off with a phone in.
Not too bad. Who's phoning in?
There was Anne phoning in.
Anne.
Anne. We've Anne on the line. Do you want to be Anne?
Yeah, my second name is Other. Anne Other. Hello, Ray. How are you, Ray?
Hello there, and this is Anne I'm speaking to. Anne, where are you based?
Yeah, and I tell you, I'm based out here in Grange, Ray, and I just wanted to complain about all the surf traffic that's coming through Grange. You can't get out. I was trying to pull out of the Super Value car park yesterday, Ray, and I couldn't. Is this Joe Duffy I'm on to?
No, it's not Joe Duffy.
Oh, sorry, I have the wrong number. Sorry about that. I better go.
God.
That's the kind of stuff that Joe Duffy gets on his show. I heard one about a whistling bridge in Dublin one time. I said, Jesus, Joe, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Whistling bridge?
There was people living in apartments, and when the wind used to blow through this bridge, it'd whistle at night time, and they couldn't sleep. They couldn't sleep.
Do you know there's a musical bridge back in Ballachoric?
In where?
Outside Crossmolina.
All right, okay.
And I thought this was myths altogether, but yeah, it's a musical bridge. You run a stone over the top of the bridge, and it makes noise. Like it makes music.
Anyway, break out the beers, Ray. We might as well break out. I have a surprise coming for you, in a couple of weeks.
You're saying this?
Yeah, in about a week or two, we're going to have a savage drink on the show.
Oh, very good. This is going to be a savage drink.
Well, I'm not saying it's not.
This green paper bag came all the way from New Zealand.
Yeah. I'll go away. Who brought it?
Luigi Nor.
Little Luigi Nor brought over the bottles of beer for us.
Bottles? No, they're tins, I think, but the looks of it.
Lovely.
Yeah.
New Zealand beer.
She brought them from New Zealand. I think she brought them. It looks like it anyway.
That's so sweet.
The first one is Dump the Trump American IPA.
Class.
Oh my God, 7.2% alcohol.
We get blown clean out of it.
Sure can't have this. That's a New Zealand beer. That's one.
Show me.
So there you are now.
Dump the Trump.
Yeah, Rocky Knob Undies Mini IPA.
Lovely.
Yeah, I like the look of that one now. In fairness,
You want to get shammed out of it now. The last thing you want is to be completely shammed out of it.
this isn't too bad. 2.5%.
2.5%.
I'm going to take Rocky Knob.
Thank you so much, Louise Orr, for
Lady.
bringing us these marvellous gifts. So the Tabby episode went down really well.
The Buzzy edit will be out at this stage.
Probably, yeah.
There's a big love for the Buzzy.
But I think we'll probably have him back on again, I would say,
Young
very
Tabby.
soon. Yeah.
I think so. I think he's more stories.
He has 1,000 of those stories that everyone kept saying to me, like from the reaction, that they can't believe all that stuff is real. And I keep saying to them, he has 100 more of those.
Yeah.
He has 100 more of them. And Buzzy, the character that he threw in the middle of it.
39 years. I've been 39 years in the business.
Because everyone knows, everyone in our business, or probably in most businesses, know a Buzzy.
Yeah.
The guy who knows everything,
But knows nothing.
but hasn't really done anything. And you can't get to the bottom of what he has done.
Yeah, no, not at all, because he'd be vague.
Yeah, he's very vague about what he's done in his life. I think everyone knows a Buzzy. He had me broken up, and the tears were streaming down my face.
And there was a lot of poo talk we had to leave out as well.
Yeah.
I had to cut out a lot of poo. It was about another 20 minutes of poo talk that we decided, no, we're going to pull this out.
We just can't help
The
it.
ladies weren't enjoying it. They were getting queasy.
Yeah, they were, yeah.
The ladies and Keith.
We probably enjoy it too much. It's just the simplest form of comedy.
But I think it is the simplest form of comedy. Poo comedy. Will we get into it?
Oh,
You're enjoying Dump the Trump?
a strong man. Dump the Trump.
Just 7-point-something% it.
I'm going to be loaded up to the brim.
The end of the Tabby episode, I found myself slurring my words. Because I drank a bottle and a half of that fancy Sierra Nevada stuff. And I just realised I need to be careful during recording that I don't get too drunk.
Yeah.
Because I do start slurring the words a little bit.
So do I.
Did you as well?
No, but I do
You will.
that.
Okay, well, let's see.
But you know when you're in that in between drunk, right? I don't know if you find yourself this way. I do get drunk, but I'm aware that I'm drunk, and I'm trying my best. I can hear myself slurring the words, and I'm getting ticket myself because I'm saying, "When you're not controlling the mouth on you, what is wrong with you at all?" It drives me demented.
I'll tell you now a very good example of people when drink is involved, how the misunderstandings can happen if you start slurring words.
Right.
My lovely sisters were out. We came home. Now, young Karen, the youngest out of the family. Karen, anyway. Now, and Joanne, to be honest with you, they love jambons. They love jambons. They're addicted to jambons. Yeah. So Karen came home anyway, and Karen was set up when myself and Emer came back to the house. And Karen whispers to Emer, she says, "I love a jambon." So Emer said back to her, "I have some.
Go ahead.
I can sort you out." So Karen, delighted with herself, she said, "Jesus, great. Where have you them?" She said, "I have a box of them upstairs." Karen was over the moon. She said, "I can't believe you've got jambons in the house." "Jambons?" Emer says. "Yeah, jambons." "No, I thought you said tampons." I think she might even said, "I think I might have one in my purse."
Karen couldn't believe her look. She said,
Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning in the house. I have a box of jambons. I have loads of them. You can have one of mine.
"Oh, Lord."
By the way, when you're hungover, do you know the guilt you feel when you wake up? Do you know if you've had a serious skip of drink?
Yeah.
And like I know a lad that actually cries. He hoovers and cries the day after. When he wakes up, all he wants to do is hoover the house because he feels nothing is clean enough.
Come on, call him out.
Martin Connaughton from Roscommon.
Goodbye, Marty.
Goodbye, Marty. All he does is he likes to hoover and he likes to shed a couple of tears.
Right, okay.
Listening to Celine Dion. Do you know? Yeah. But I heard a marvellous hangover description the last day.
Right, go on. Talk to me.
One of the girls in work said she woke up on the Sunday morning and she said she felt like she drove a minibus of kids over a cliff.
That's brilliant.
That's how guilty she felt.
That's brilliant. Oh, my God.
So I'd like to throw that out to people now for next week. I'd like you to send in hangover descriptions to that point.
Lovely.
So it's basically things like, feeling like you had drove a minibus of children over a cliff.
That's brilliant, Ray. That's brilliant.
Did you hear Una Healy is single?
What? Una Healy?
From the Saturdays.
Was she not married to a rugby
Ben
player?
Foden. Fabulous looking man.
Go away.
A hunk of a man.
Are they split up?
He cheated on her apparently.
Oh, the old sow.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Una, if you are listening, look.
She changed the hair colour.
She's not red no more.
No, she's not red anymore. She's gone blonde.
Is she?
And of course, instantly more attractive as a blonde.
I don't know. I like the old redheads.
Stop. Of course she is. She's
Look,
gone blonde.
The thing is, I've had a blonde for years now. So
all you want is a redhead.
I just want a redhead.
But why do women do that?
What?
Change their hair colour.
Well, they want like new me kind of thing, isn't it? It's like, new leaf, new me, new book, new turnover.
New everything.
So are they divorced yet?
I don't think so, no.
Look, Una,
They're
if you're
separated.
listening, call over at Sligo. I'll give you the address. We'll just have a chat about it.
Go back to being a redhead first.
Yeah, go back to be the redhead maybe. I've had
And
the
then we'll
blonde.
talk.
I've had the blonde for ages. Really sick of it.
But
Sick
that's
of the
thing.
blood.
But when fellas break up with a girl or get cheated on, they don't do anything daft like that.
No.
Like the last thing you see now is a lad that you know he has black hair, has jet black hair, going away after breaking up with a woman and changing his hair colour to blonde, bleach blonde,
Christ.
or redhead.
That's bad, yeah.
Did you ever see one of your mates turning ginger after breaking up with a girl?
Yeah, geez, it looks nice to me now. It suits you better, like. Yeah, I'm just trying to turn over a new leaf, like, just put the old me behind.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
And another thing.
Go on.
Why does it cost women 80 friggin' euro to get their hair done and us 12?
80 euro, you're being nice there.
I'm being very nice, so I know
it's
that.
About
But
150 quid.
what is the difference like?
I get my hair cut £10 it cost me, 2 fivers down in Rory Maitland's in Collooney.
Yeah.
And I get a good chat. There's no where are you going on holidays this year?
Yeah.
Or, what
He
do you do
asked
for the
me
rest
that.
of the evening?
He asked me that.
Yeah, well, obviously you don't know him as well as I do. I go in and get some real talk with him. I hate those questions. Any holidays planned? No. You're going somewhere? Yeah. Or where are you working? Are you working this evening? Yeah, you're off. Are you? Yeah. Any plans for the weekend? Go in, shite, cut me here.
We'll have to get on to the next subject.
Yeah, which is
we went out yesterday.
we did for the day.
Went out, Raybo Kendi
Yeah.
took a spot of a trip
Yeah.
out to Strandhill
Yeah.
to the Warriors Run.
Yeah. That's right.
Now, There'll be probably people listening wondering what the hell is a Warriors Run.
Do you want to explain it?
I certainly will.
You will. Did you do a bit of research on it, no?
No, not really.
All right, I didn't
Apparently
do either.
some random tourist took a few pints into him Broad and Strand Hill one day and decided to run up the mountain and come back down.
Right.
And try to do it in a certain time.
Yeah, okay. Is that what it is? Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But now it's become a big event, Broad and Strand Hill, County Sligo.
Huge.
Where 300 or so people
Yeah, it looked
took
like
to
more.
the street.
Looked like more by
I think it was 300.
that ran it. Is
that
what
ran
it
it.
was? Yeah.
And what to do is, I think it's around 15 kilometres. 14, 15 kilometres. And you run up the road and you run up the mountain, which is Knocknarea Mountain.
Yeah.
And you get up on top of Knocknarea Mountain, and there at the top there is a massive grave of the Queen of Connacht, young
Cairn.
Maeve. Cairn.
Allegedly.
Maeve's Cairn, yeah. Oh, I believe it.
You believe it, do you?
She's buried up inside in it.
Well, yes, I took it out before, but I didn't see it.
Buried up inside in it, and they go around that, and they come back down the hill.
Yeah.
And some people call it a hill, some people call it a mountain.
Yeah.
Come back down the hill, it's tough going. They get back down the road, and then they finish it.
Yeah,
And I
well, you got to
think
go back down to where you started.
You
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So it's a round trip.
Yeah.
And what was the best time? Someone.
Someone did it in like 53 minutes. I think the winner came in at.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, it's sick, man. When you see the distance, when you actually are there and you see what they have to do.
Yeah.
For a fella to come back in under an hour.
We went out yesterday, and we also brought a Zoom recorder with us. Now, I've never used a Zoom recorder before.
Nor have I.
And we just pretty much walked around with it in my hand.
Yeah.
And kind of didn't tell anyone we were taping.
Yeah.
So apologies to anyone who didn't give us authorization to use our voice in this podcast. We got little bits of recording, little vox pops.
Yeah.
By the way, I found it very difficult. You were much better than I was at it.
You were afraid to talk to people.
I was afraid to talk to people. I didn't want to go over and imposing myself on people.
I
that were
was straight
preparing
up
for
to
it.
them. I said, hey, come over here and chat to us. Kenny Raybo podcast.
We got a few anyway. We got a few, and we got a little flavour.
Yeah.
For the the feeling.
That's exactly what it is. A little flavour what the day was.
And here's a little clip of that a little trip we did yesterday.
Let you enjoy.
Let you enjoy that there now.
Oh, look at the traffic.
Awful traffic.
Oh my God,
This must be a big thing.
For a few boys running up a mountain.
How are you feeling about your performance today?
Nervous. I've had
Have you had the skittery arse?
the skittery arse, yeah.
Have you?
I've had double skittery
Nervous
arse.
shits, yeah.
yeah.
They all have it apparently. For a race, yeah.
And porridge didn't help her.
How many times have you done this?
This is number 5 in a row.
Get
your
away.
fifth one
What's the
doing
fastest you do it in?
I try to finish.
So you're not trying to win us or anything, did you know?
No.
Well, the best luck to you. We're going to be having a pint while you're up there. That's okay.
But I'll join you for one.
We'll
later
meet you
on.
afterwards. So thanks a million.
How many sports bras are you wearing?
8 times.
18, yeah. Thought that.
It's a temperature there.
You're the head clean off Jennifer Aniston, but there you go. So are you nervous?
Are you nervous?
Okay, I'm actually shitting myself. I've gone for number 2 is like 5 pints today.
That's the big theme. Everybody seems to be like shitting themselves.
Everyone has the
Yeah.
stutters. You're not alone in that.
Oh, at
Like-
least, hopefully it's all out.
We talk a lot about poo in the podcast, and to be quite honest with you, we've come to the right place.
Yeah.
It's where it all happens.
this is
Well,
the
like
episode
runners
exercise.
have the best poo stories because you never know when you might need to go.
I have to tell you something.
What's that?
I feel very at home here. Everyone we've talked to has been on about having the scutters. The queue for the toilets was absolutely chaotic. I'd say them Portaloos there are worse than the ones in Oxford.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not away, lads. Woo! Come on. I'm going to steep my feet in petrol for the next year. And I'm going to do this barefoot next year. It'll be hard as rocks.
So hard, lads. Never again will I do it. Like.
So there we go. That was our wonderful day out, myself and Ray. It was very good. And Ray called the winner.
I did.
He said, there was a fella there. I said, I like your man there, the Vin Diesel looking fella. There was a bald lad on the outside.
He
right?
was, yeah. He came
And
in
looked-
pretty close.
He looked like he meant business, right? And Ray says, I like your man there with 839 on him or some number.
It was one of them numbers, yeah.
Yeah. And I says, Ray, he's too young, boy. I
Yeah.
said, his day will come, but he's not winning this today.
And he won it.
Jeez, he flooded home, boy.
Yeah.
There was no one near him.
And the worst thing is there wasn't a bookie inside to put a few pounds in it.
No. Yeah, that's what you called him. I couldn't believe it.
It was a great day.
Yeah, I was savage.
I was doing a gig last night.
You were doing sound, yeah.
I was doing sound
Yeah.
for a hip-hop band.
Oh, the hip hop.
Now, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know is hip-hop appropriate, you know, for 2 hours
Yeah.
in a standard Irish pub.
Yeah, it won't go. 10 minutes of that is too much.
I think you might knock a half an hour, 45 minutes
if
out
even.
of some of the Mary J. Blige, Eminem,
If even.
California Love type stuff.
You won't get away with that in Sligo, boy.
No.
They'll
people-
call you. The locals will call you at us.
They definitely did. There was like not enough Spice Girls in that.
Yeah.
No, where's Shania Twain?
Yeah.
Where's Man I Feel Like a Woman?
Proud Mary, please.
Yeah, please, when you're ready.
Proud Mary, like.
Yeah.
I've heard enough of the 50 Cent. You won't get away with that around here,
But
boy.
it's mad too. We were taking the gear down after, and it's mad too how ignorant people get at the front of the stage. We had barriers up to try and keep them off. And a girl came up to me and she said, "I want to get up on the stage and I want to take a photo." And I says, "No, you can't get up on the stage because it's not my place to let you up on the stage because the band left all the gear up on the stage, so a big drum kit left up."
Yeah.
So I said, you'll have to ask the bouncers. I was delegating the
Yeah.
responsibilities for this because I was only taking down my bit of stuff.
It nothing to do with you.
Not to do with me.
Yeah.
So I says to her, I says, look, go and ask one of the bouncers. She says, listen to me. I says, what do you mean listen to you? You're not listening to me. I was like going, I've told you the crack. You can't get up here. She says, listen to me. I says, right, go on. She says, I do musical theatre. And I'm thinking to myself, what has this got to do with you getting a photo in front of the drum kit?
She does musical theatre. She can get at any stage she wants.
She's got a wee admission card.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's insured.
Yeah,
she can get up.
Yeah, show me the ID.
Then she said,
You're okay.
I don't give a feck about a drum kit. She said, I'm not going to go near it. I just want a photo. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And she said, I bet you a pint I'll be up on that stage in 5 minutes. I
Unbelievable.
said, I'd love a pint, but I'm driving.
And once she up, did she get up?
She did not.
Well, we had the same thing last night. But not a big country fella now.
Right.
He was a fair size of a man. I was almost applauding him for the size of him. Says he, I want to get up. Once the gig was over, he was arguing with the bouncer Keith, who I know in Bar Square. He's a good fella,
Yeah.
right? And he was saying, I want to get up and talk to the drummer.
Yeah.
Let me get up. And Mikey, our drummer, was saying, I'll go down to you.
Yeah.
And he was saying, shite, you won't come down to me. Let me get up and talk to you.
Yeah.
Keith was saying you can't. I got vexed for a finish.
Wouldn't
I
be
said,
like you.
I said, man, Mikey's going to be down to you in 2 minutes. Will you just give him 2 minutes? He'll come down and talk to you.
Yeah.
And this fella was air drumming in front of us for 2 hours.
Right.
Right? And he got to Mikey and he was complimenting Mikey. Oh, you're unbelievable, man. You're keeping this band going, man. You're driving it on and stuff. And he says,
Putting you down when he was complimenting him.
yeah, that happens all the time. That's the one thing you learn as a bass player, Ray, and you know it. That I have never had someone come up to me and say, do you know what, no, without you, boy, this band, no one knows.
People have said that to me all the time.
Is it just me?
I got that compliment all the time.
What?
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
What do you mean? I don't. Okay. You get low. I do as well. Like I do as well. I was only messing when I said that. It was only just to be humble.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I get it all the time.
I don't think you do.
Shut up about it. Can we just please both shut up about it now? I was trying to tell a story, Ray.
Sorry.
Jesus. Right? Finish my story.
Go on ahead, yeah.
So anyway, and then he says to Mikey, he says, you're playing a shy pearl drum kit then. It just took a turn all of a sudden. A shite hole drum kit. Mikey says, so what do you play? He says, Tama. This is going to make no sense no. Mike said, oh yeah, Tama is superstar.
2 brands of drum kits.
Yeah, 2 different brands. He
Yeah.
said, oh yeah, Mike said, oh, the Superstar brand is this, which is the top grade of Tama. He said, no, Rockstar, which is the budget Argos, the early one. He says, no, Rockstar one. Mikey said, the Rockstar Tama. He said, one of my drums is worth 20 times your whole kit. And your man got bull tick with him.
Go on.
And I says to your man, but you're after insulting his kit, like.
So you're standing there listening, waiting for your
Yeah.
compliment, were you?
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you think of me bass, like? And your man goes, geez, the band don't want to take any. They don't want to take any kind of conversation at all. And I was saying, no, we'll have a conversation. You insulted his kid, like, so he had a bit of a laugh back with you.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to take it now. You don't want to know. These people, will you leave me alone at gigs? You've been heart broke. Unbelievable.
You had an early start this morning.
I did. I had to go and collect Nicola from the airport.
It's very good of you, isn't it?
Oh,
I
stop.
think there's no buses back from Knock.
But, well, not today, Ray. Because this is Sunday. We're recording on a Sunday.
Oh, I just realised what the problem might have
Right?
been.
And I might have got away with it if I'd woke up on time.
Oh, no.
So Nicola's flight got in.
She's coming back from London.
She come back from
was
London.
in London,
She was in
baby.
London. She came back in at the exact same time that the Pope was landing in Knock. As
10
in,
to 10.
They had to circle the airport for a while to let the Pope land.
Oh, God.
And then they had to land. Now
Right.
I overslept and I was still in bed at this time.
What time did you wake up at?
I woke up then when just as Nicola had landed and rang me and said,
At 10 o'clock?
Yeah, when she rang me and said, well, I'm outside here, where are you? I said, I'm lying in the bed.
Oh, God. Did you not set an alarm?
I did, I set loads of them.
How many alarms did you set?
I always set about 6 alarms
Now.
in 15 minutes.
Stop your story right there.
Go on.
What is it about people that sets 8 or 10 alarms on their phone?
Because you won't wake up at 1.
Are you trying to pull one over on your sleepy self?
Yeah, but I'm telling you, obviously 6 alarms wasn't enough. I didn't wake up to any of them. I think I know what is wrong with me because lately, like in the last couple of months, I've really found that an alarm wouldn't faze me.
I think you can sleep through it.
I've been sleeping through all of them. And I think I know why.
Go on.
Because I go to sleep listening to something.
Yeah.
TV might be on or whatever, or I'll have a podcast on or something.
Do you?
But always, I have to go to sleep listening to something. I won't go to sleep with dry, like.
Go.
I couldn't.
Seriously?
I swear to God, every single night for the last couple of
headphones?
years. No, on the old television in the room.
What about Nicola beside you in the bed?
Sure, she's get used to it.
No, but Nicola'd be in bed when you come in from gigs. So you could tell me you were coming and you turn on the telly.
Yeah, every single night I go
And
into-
she's no problem.
No, sure, she slept through it.
I get killed if I did that.
No, I tell you, I do it. But I think that's my downfall, though, Ray. Because now it means that noise doesn't bother me when I'm
Bother you
asleep.
at all.
Do you know what I mean? So an alarm comes on, I just think it's Jimmy Carr and 8 out of 10 cats, which is what happens most
What
nights.
happened anyway? So Nicola's outside the airport
Yeah.
and the Pope's standing beside her waiting for his taxi.
I got stopped by 3 checkpoints the way up that road. All of them saying, well, where are you after? Right? Are you flying out or are you collecting someone? I says to the last fella, yeah, I'm collecting someone. He said, what flight's she on? He said, the flight's in from London there. And he says, what time is that? I said, I got in about an hour ago. He said, she'll kill you. I said, I know she would. Will you let me go? Will you let me go out then? So I got Nicola. And then we were coming out of the airport, and I was fair vexed now because the journey, it took me about an hour and a half, like getting up that road.
And you were
man.
pure sleepy because it's the middle of the night for you.
Oh, there was the middle of, like, that's like, I didn't know there was a 10 o'clock in the morning, Ray. I had to get up at it. So we come out and we're stopped by another guarded checkpoint on the roundabout just coming out of the airport.
Yeah.
He says, well, where are you after? I says, I'm going back to Sligo. He says, you may wait there now 5 or 10 minutes. He said, there's going to be a man passing by here now soon enough.
You did not see him.
I said, oh, Jesus. I said, will you let me go home? This fella's me heartbroken, his white cape. He driving me demented. So, next thing, right? This is my favourite part of it, right? So, 2 squad cars go by, right? 3 motorbikes. This is about 15 minutes later. 3
Yeah.
motorbikes. I said, he's coming.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
BMW.
Yeah.
After another BMW.
Yeah.
Another BMW.
And then?
A 2018 bus, like a Merc bus. Look, right?
Yeah, and you're wondering what is he going to be in, and then all of a sudden,
A Skoda. He was in an old hatchback Skoda, right? I was in, for God's sake. Oh,
literally, for God's sake, that's why he's in the Skoda.
he was above in the Skoda. I was saying, what's going on here?
That's the crack. He's a fleet of Skodas for the weekend in
Does he?
Ireland. Yeah,
And I wouldn't mind, right? But he was in the back left, thank God, because
Yeah.
he was coming from our left. And he had the happiest old head in him I've
oh,
ever
delighted
seen.
to be in the Skoda.
He was absolutely delighted.
Listen to Midwest.
Hey,
he caught the deaths on the way out of the airport.
It didn't faze him by. He was just delighted to be sitting inside in the Skoda. I was nearly expecting him to have his hand out the window. I kept it.
Or driving the
Doing
thing.
the country wave.
Yeah.
He didn't know it was a country road though. He should have waved. He should have waved. I mean, do you know what I was thinking to myself when I was saying, don't be stupid, Mark? I was saying, is he going to land in the Pope mobile with that? And he'd be shivering up on top of the oak flying down the road.
No more than you meeting the Pope.
Yeah, I got to meet him, yeah.
Which, by the way, people go out of their way to meet him, and
know.
for you it was an inconvenience.
A massive inconvenience. Only for I saw the happy head number, I would have boxed him. I would have boxed
And you
him.
know something I say when he's driving by, you're going, look at all the people out in the road here
Yeah.
to meet me.
Me hold out the road, trying to go home.
Yeah. Did you kind of shake your fist and kind of give out to him?
Huh?
Shout, roar abuse out the
I
window?
gave him, you know, the, how would you call it? The intentive backhand. It shows him intent that I'm going to slap him with the back of my hand. And no one's going to see it. But, you know, it's an all Irish thing.
Yeah.
You show him the back of your hand and you raise it up, tilt your head. Anyway.
Well, now, for starters, did you know that a lot of masses were cancelled this morning?
Ah! What?
Yeah.
The
There was
irony.
no mass in Rathcormac Church this morning. That's the only one I heard about.
Is that because the priest was gone below?
That's because everybody's above in Phoenix Park.
that's
There's
something.
500,000 people above in Phoenix Park.
When? Today?
Yeah.
Is
Just
he-
the whole mass going population of Ireland gone to the one mass.
Is he in Phoenix Park right now?
He was in. He started mass at 3 o'clock, and at 4:30 when we left the home house there, he was still at
He
it.
was still going strong.
Well, you see, the thing about it is, there's a couple of things to these masses. First of all, massive setup.
Yeah.
They built-
Massive. Oh, yep.
Massive setup. They probably were expecting more, in fairness, that it all zoned out on the field.
Right.
And the problem with it was not all the zones were full. So you might have maybe 500 people in a zone 3 miles away from the stage.
All
Can
right.
you call it a stage? No, it's an altar.
I
It was
think
an altar.
it
Yeah.
is, yeah, it's the altar.
So, so it was from the altar anyway. But it was good crowded it.
Nice.
But my biggest worry was how the hell are they going to do communion? They wouldn't have the audaciousness to do communion for 500,000 people.
No.
They did.
They did.
They did communion.
I heard it. They got
had
Eucharistic
an army
ministers.
of Eucharistic ministers.
Yeah.
But I don't think they were Eucharistic. I think they were actual priests, which explains where
Yeah.
all the priests in Ireland were this
Now,
morning.
that's some operation though now to give how many?
500,000. Well, I don't know was there 500,000. Now, at the time of making this podcast, they were the predicted figures. I didn't hear the usual GA thing. We're lucky to see 86,000 people viewing this All-Ireland final today.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
And they had to give 500,000 people the body of Christ.
Oh, there was a huge shipment brought in.
Brennan's and the whole lot were out of business.
Yeah.
Out the door.
And the worst thing, I was watching them as well, the bishops and the cardinals and all the rest.
Yeah.
The big
dicks.
Yeah, you can't call them that. You can't call them that.
Well, what
call
we call
anybody else that.
The top
Brass. Heads.
Top brass.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
But the top brass, anyway, they were getting the wine as well. But you know the way they used to get wine? You used to get to drink the wine.
Yeah.
And then they'd write the chalice.
Aye.
Yeah, well, they weren't doing that anymore. You know what they're doing now?
What?
They're dunking.
What?
They're dunking the bit of body of Christ inside in the wine. So they pass the chalice around and they dunk the body of Christ in.
Like an old drop of soup.
Yeah.
They're doing that.
It was very good. That's what they were at.
Christ.
And they're all wearing bits of priest ponchos. Because it's the most horrible day ever above the Phoenix Park.
Unbelievable weather to say.
A couple of priests wearing sunglasses.
Oh,
that was interesting, yeah. And but the problem was, like,
they're the Italian priests for sure.
Father Giuseppe Moroni.
Yeah, if you're cool. You would see the Irish priest wear the sunglasses.
No, they wouldn't. No, not at all.
So the church is trying to give itself a better image nowadays, you know? Wouldn't it have been the most ideal situation, because there's a load of Italian priests coming over to Ireland, to have a five-a-side priest at Italy versus Irish game?
That would have been better, yeah.
Would have been unbelievable? What an opportunity.
They had a choir.
Oh, how big is the choir?
A big choir.
Like how big?
Well, they kind of had the important heads on the stage.
Right.
And then they had about a couple of hundred ladies, mostly, to the right of the stage. There's always one lady in the local parish church choir.
Goes too far.
She'd be in her 50s.
Yeah.
She'd insist on wearing a hat in the church. She'd have the book out in front of her and not a note coming out of her mouth.
All right.
Just standing there for the sake of being in the choir.
Yeah, I thought you were going to go the opposite way, because there's characters in a choir, like there's that one who doesn't. She's only doing it just to go out and see people. I think it's beautiful. Fair play to her.
Yeah.
But then there's always the one that thinks she's a professional singer.
Yeah.
And she's going too far. Any falsetto note she can hit, is there a falsetto note in that song? I'll hit it. Oh, great thou art. When you go, hey, and there's one of them in the Castlereagh choir now, let me tell you. She take over the whole lot.
She'd do it herself if she got the chance.
And there's always a bunch of fellas then who are just doing it because the missus is doing it as well.
Oh, and they have to do it.
Yeah, and they're probably good singers.
Yeah.
But Lord, if they get heard singing by the other fellas in the choir, your man fucking putting his heart and soul into it. Do you know?
It's the same old, yeah.
Is it, yeah, you know.
Same old abuse that happens in every male walk of life.
Yeah.
You know, we be coming from a big choir family.
Right.
Both me and me three sisters would have participated heavily in the Cunil parish choir.
You sang?
I didn't sing, I slapped the bass.
Did you?
I did, I slapped the bass. It was one of my first ever gigs.
You had a bass guitar in your choir?
Well, not really. You see, every fourth Sunday, there'd be the folk mass.
Oh, the bit of crack mass.
The folk mass was, people weren't sure whether or not it was allowable or not,
Right.
Are we sure that we're not pushing things too far? Like the normal choir, who would be just organ and singers, would always look down their nose in the folk mass.
Oh, would they?
And my mother used to play guitar, still does actually.
Yeah.
She'd play guitar.
Right.
And there'll be another guitar player or two, young up-and-coming budding guitarists, young slashes from around the parish.
This is a big gig to get.
Well, it was the only gig. What other gigs would you be getting at 14 or 15 years of age?
That's good, yeah.
Do you couldn't go in and play in pubs.
Well, yeah.
Bands wouldn't have you.
Yeah.
So the mass was an easy in.
Yeah.
Do you know, the folk mass was looking for people all the time because they didn't care how many people they had.
And what kind of stuff would you play?
Oh, Jesus, here I am, Lord. We were big Liam Lawton fans, The Clouds Veil.
All right, the Clouds Veil is a belter.
Big hit.
Oh, it goes down well, that one, though.
It does go down well.
You know, by the time I made it to school, like, they were trying to jazz up the old choir. Like,
Trying to do folk mass every week.
I was in the school choir, like, and, they didn't want to do any of the old dirty old hymns, like,
Right.
So, like, we'd be doing songs like, Jesus, oh, wonderful life, down, to Jesus. Class stuff. There used to be some belters of a tunes. I remember we went to a Christian rock concert one time.
What?
In Kilbride Hall in Roscommon. These boys came over. They were playing some awful good stuff now.
Were you ever a altar boy?
I don't think so, no. I don't think I ever done it, no.
I did it.
Did you serve mass?
I served. I was a senior altar boy at one
Were
stage.
you?
I was one of the. I'm going to call it top brass.
Oh, the priest.
You
loved
cannot
you.
call senior altar boys big dicks.
Too sensitive, Ray. Too close to the bone. Too close to the bone.
The most I ever got was the bag of sweets at Christmas.
No, I don't.
I tell you, apparently I was one of the lucky ones.
Don't. Oh, you're after making me shoulders contort. Because I'm like, what are you going to say next?
What we need to do now is, if you've been affected by any of the issues raised in this podcast, please call.
Oh, Ray, it's such a hot topic right now that even joking about it is making me a little bit wary. Anyway, who knows what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Who knows? Come talking about anything?
Anything at all, yeah.
Cruising games. Right. For God's sake, what did we say before that?
I don't know. I was serving mass.
Oh yeah, you served. You were a senior.
I was good now.
Yeah,
I was a good server.
you were head altar.
I was a head. I was the buck. You know, at funerals, that gets to shake, gets to go in and prepare the stuff.
Oh yeah,
The incense stuff.
yeah.
Which, by the way, featured very prominently in the big mass in the Phoenix
did
Park
it?
today. Because obviously it's a brand new altar.
Yeah.
She's like straight off the garage floor, like.
Yeah. She's not blessed at all.
Not blessed at all.
Yeah.
It took him 10 minutes
To bless the
Pope
whole lot.
himself to go around. He had to go around with the incense shaker and
Yeah.
try and get the smoke on everything.
He should have put it into a power hose or something. He should have put it into a power hose.
You think at this point, you know, after so many years, the Catholic Church will have figured out a better way to get incense around the place,
Yeah.
as opposed to an old silver chalice,
Yeah.
full of burning pellets.
Yeah, I know. The smell of it. But rumour has it. Now, I can't remember if I served. I don't think I served. But you used to get paid for the old funerals back in the day.
Oh, you should get a few pounds, yeah.
Isn't that mad that you get paid for the funeral, like?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
because you come in on unsociable hours.
All right, okay.
It could be a Friday morning.
You
like.
weren't. You
And you get off school as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I used to see the boys going getting off school and getting paid, and they go down to get a chicken roll and Garvey's. I used to get pure tick. Why am I not serving? They got a chicken goose and roll and Garvey's, and me sitting up in the school.
I have to say, the bag of sweets I used to get at Christmas was second to none.
That's what you got as a
Yeah,
Christmas
bag of
present.
sweets, yeah.
And what was the bag? What kind of sweets?
Everything. And I can encourage our parish priest, God rest his soul. He was a cantankerous old man,
Right.
but jeez, he's good taste in sweets.
Did he?
I tell you. He used to get a great spread.
Did he?
I think maybe that's where I could blame my sweet addiction on.
Right.
Because from a very young age, I was given large quantities at one time.
Right.
And sure, I hadn't the sense to not tear into the whole
Yeah,
bag.
yeah.
like.
You'd have it gone in no time.
I'd have it
sure.
gone in no time.
Huh.
There was servers there today in Phoenix Park.
Yeah.
And I wonder how they were picked.
Oh yeah.
Was there like a national competition?
X Factor.
Server X
The Pope.
Factor.
The Pope. Yeah. Serve. What would you call it? X server. What? Think of something witty to say for this part. Huh? Pope Idol. Yes. I thought I wasn't going to get some. I thought I wasn't going to get some. And I'm so happy.
Servers are all around the country participating in Pope Idol.
And
what are you going to do for us today, James?
Yeah. I'm going to ring the bell. And your timing was all off, Jimmy. Your timing was all over the place. Yeah. Sorry. You don't have
you
what
rang
you're
it at
looking for.
entirely the wrong moment.
Yeah, and it was won then by someone with a sob story.
Yeah.
The first funeral he ever served was someone belonging to him, and then they all start crying. And
That'd be the thing. Who would be the judges? I suppose it'd be the local bishops.
well, your man, Father Kevin, whatever his name, what's his name? The famous priest. That'd be someone famous.
Father Darcy.
Father Darcy.
Yeah, the book
He-
that writes and Son of the World.
Yeah, he probably
was there
do it.
today.
Is he a priest still?
Oh, jeez, I think he is, yeah.
Is he? Oh yeah, he'd definitely be. He'd be the Simon. No, he
Yeah.
wouldn't be the Simon Cowell. He'd be the nice one. He'd be the Louis Walsh.
There'd be a nun in the panel.
Oh, there'd have
That's
to be a
what it'd
nun.
be. There'd
That's
be a nun in the
exactly
panel, yeah.
what it'd be.
There'd be a Christian brother.
Like, who's the shit hot nun now? Like at the moment, I don't know any nuns. I don't know any nuns. I don't know none of them. We're punning the shite out of this today.
Oh, it's good now. It's
This
good.
is great. So that's the Pope.
That's the Pope, yeah.
I don't think there's nothing else to be said about him. He held up my day now, something fierce. I want to do me shout outs.
Lovely.
I do enjoy doing the shout outs every
I'm
week
sure
now.
we can squeeze in one or two.
Right, okay, I'm going to squeeze in two.
Okay.
You be telling me cut it down to one. I'm telling you, Ray, I'm flat out with shout outs. I have to put it to two.
Right.
So my shout outs this week go to two boys up in Dublin, Ger Hanley and Ger Furlong, a musician and a bouncer. And they be listening to us every week, Ray,
Yeah.
above in the big smoke.
Left,
So-
right, and Kendi.
Oh yeah, one of them said left, right, and Kennedy to someone. So I hope that they didn't get vexed with me when I said the Dublin compliment. I think people took it lightly, thank God.
Oh, no, I think so. I don't think we have a big Dublin listenership.
Well, we have two anyway.
We've two
The
anyway.
pair of jars.
Come here, did you hear the Pope signed a Mayo jersey?
Oh, I saw it.
Do you think that's it now? Do you think that's the curse
Huh?
lifted?
That might be it, Ray. That might be
Oh.
it. It could be Mayo for Sam next year. But just think about it this way, though, Ray, right? Mayo have been waiting and living in hope, right?
Yeah.
And just in the last 2 years, it seems like the hope has been shattered because they just haven't got near the All-Ireland semi-final.
So you think it's going
They've
to be a
been
Mighty
beaten by
Ducks
Galway
moment?
twice, you
Yeah.
know, and then they got beaten by Kildare. And now, just as all hope has died out, the Pope signs a Mayo jersey. And next year, Mayo fans are going to lose the rag again, thinking that this is the year. And I almost feel sorry for them.
What do you mean feel sorry for them?
Because I just don't
That's
think...
a perfect Hollywood movie there, where everything is lost,
Yeah.
and it's not. It really looks like it's not going to happen.
I don't know.
That's the year they're going to do it,
I don't know.
and then they're going to make a movie about it. Steven Spielberg is going to.
But it's a
is going
great
to direct
movie,
it.
though.
Oh, it's a great movie.
No, like, as a documentary,
Yeah.
that is the best sporting documentary that you can
if
watch.
they can do it.
If they do it.
Yeah, if they do
think
do
about
it.
it, though. If they do... No, see, think about it, though. The curse goes back to the 50s or whatever, whenever it was, right? They've been coming good now again. They came good in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
And then they dropped off for the early 90s. And then they come good again now. And then this team looks like it's going to do it, and it makes All-Ireland final after All-Ireland final, and then they drop out, and then the Pope...
Signs the jersey.
When all hope is lost and they have 2 terrible years where they say this team is gone,
Yeah,
the Pope signs a jersey in Knock Airport before he boards a plane.
Yeah.
And Mayo go out the next year and
win
win
it.
the All-Ireland.
Mayo
That
for Sam
is-
2019.
That is the best sporting
yeah.
documentary that
Did you ever
can
think
make.
you'd hear a Roscommon man saying such nice things about Mayo?
But I mean, you know, I think it'd be I think it makes for the best story ever told. Like,
Yeah.
you know, these ESPN 30 for 30s, you watch them, out sporting documentaries on ESPN, that would be the penultimate one. That's the one.
Right.
That's the best story ever told if they do it. Like,
What's your hair's hoping?
here's
But sure,
to,
it's not like you can say a prayer.
here's to Mayo for Sam. I'd say a prayer for you lads if it goes somewhere. I don't mind. Just in the hope that it might go somewhere.
That's episode 14 now.
That's it done, is it?
Cheers.
And-
I'm getting blinded here now. That sun's coming in the window.
Yeah, we'll finish up. So it's
Hurry
Ray,
up there.
Ray squinting at me here. We better finish up. Ray, fair play to you.
Fair play to you, Mark.
Good luck.
See you next week.
Good luck.